Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Danae, and I'm just here with another quick message for you. I'm feeling the vibe right now. Just posted my first video under an hour. Well, that's not true. Under 30 minutes. I think it was like 20 minutes. Well, I guess I'm going to post it. I haven't listened to it back yet, but I think I'm going to post it. But I'm feeling back to my old self. Like I can get a message out in a few minutes. So let's see what we got here. It might be a little longer, but at least I got one out that I know somebody might listen to before anything else. Judgment. The last card that led the reading was Justice. So that's very interesting. Judgment. Let's see. What was on the bottom? I think I missed it, but I think it was the Lovers. I think I just put one card down, which was the Emperor. So the Justice in partnerships and relationships, perhaps. Let's say, or just judgment. Oh, final decisions in relationships. Where it's not justice, it's judgment. Too many. Let's see what we got. And it's funny because the last reading, I had Justice on the board and it took forever to get another card. I'm like, all right, is Justice the message? Is that it? Now is Judgment the message? Okay, here we go. The Six of Wands, victory and success. Outrageous. And the World card, which is new cycles. So we're moving into new cycles of victory and success. The world is winning. Or at least the divine people of the world are winning. That's what that morsel says with Judgment here. Resurrection, regeneration. Yeah. New life. Oh, temperance, balance. Oh my gosh. Balance and the King of Pentacles, that's divine balance, equal in the earth as it is in heaven. You know, this is amazing. And the king, and I said what? The King of Pentacles, which is the Kingpin. It was the Queen of Pentacles. Get the heck out of here. It was the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of, was it the bottom or it was the top of the last step. Yeah. So some partnerships are definitely coming into alignment right now. Maybe partnerships that are being redeemed from the past are getting a second opportunity. And this time the elements are balanced for a better rate of success, you know, because it just wasn't time for a lot of things in the past couple of years, you know, as much as there was a lot of heartbreak, you know, but I feel like this Temperance card is the balance of that, you know. In the last reading, it was, the Five of, what did I say it was? It was the Ten of Swords, which is about betrayal and a lot being illuminated and there being a lot of revelations about secret enemies and secret agendas that have been in alignment with the betrayal of your well-being and your best, what do you call it, you know, your best, I can't even think it, your highest good, something like that. I don't know why I can't talk right now. But the, and I didn't even mean to pull him up, but I saw him, so I had to look because I just love the King of Wands. But we have the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Now that's good money because the King of Pentacles, if I didn't say that right, the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands is a great combination because the King of Wands can be a very passionate king. And now a king in his kingly state is always good, but sometimes, you know, he can be a bit of a ladies' man, more so the knight than anything. But the King of Wands coupled with the Knight of Pentacles is an excellent sign that the king is in a very mature state, and he's sat well with his decision to come forward and offer something. Whatever that offer is, that King of Pentacles is an offer that is for sure dependable and balanced. It's the opposite of this. It's not like the King of Cups might bring you some heartbreak because he's a bit of a finesser. I'm sorry, the Knight of Cups can be a bit of a finesser. The Knight of Swords, you never know what he usually has, some type of hidden agenda or self, some type of self, I don't even know what you say. I'm having such a hard time talking. That's crazy. You usually have some type of self, I don't know what is the word for it. You know, when you wanna satisfy self and that's what you're after. That. It's terrible. Now this might be the one I don't post. The Six of Swords is about moving, like I said, moving away from very tumultuous times and potential heartbreak and fear and mental instability, perhaps emotional trauma. That's what I'm hearing. Trauma. Yes, healing from trauma and moving away from that trauma into much calmer waters. And what? This is crazy. That's the Queen of Wands who's all up. And then she fell out. The Queen of Cups. Wow. And there's the finesser, right? The Knight of Cups. But the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands, that's also a very good combination, because the Queen of Wands is very confident. She's assured in her actions. She's action-oriented and very passion-fueled. The Queen of Cups implies that she's also emotionally intelligent, so she can see beyond the veil in a sense, and still know what to do with that information in a way that's going to be productive, not just, in the highest vibration now, because, that's a balance of passion and, I would say it's a balance of passion overall, because the Queen of Wands can be very fiery, but then you have the water element that can almost keep it cool. So that's someone who's very well balanced in her passion because of her emotional intelligence and the wisdom of her experiences. She knows how to act, to move proactively and protect herself and her interests and her passions as she is working, in her productivity. My nose is like itching like crazy if you can't see me doing this. All right, let's see what that is. Oh, cut it out. The High Priestess. Now that is absolutely someone that is emotionally balanced and spiritually and psychologically sound. She knows how to make sense of her spiritual self, her energetic experiences. She knows how to practicalize it in a way that makes sense to be most productive in her life. And why? Because of her guidance from beyond the veil. This is what this implies. This could be ancestors, predecessors, this could be angels even, but this definitely, it is very internal because we are led from our internal compass, right? But the force speaks through our internal compass. It navigates us from the inside, those signs and signals, just like I was saying with the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very in tune to how she's feeling, those cues that she gets in her emotional self that spark some bit of intelligence or revelation or understanding or even warning sometimes. And then the Queen of Wands takes that information that may not be material, it may be more energetic than anything or emotional than anything, to make sense of it, sifts it through, some logical uh you know standard of sorts. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but sifts it through that so that she can make sense of how to move forward, either for or against that intelligence. It's like literally, this is speaking to like divine intelligence, which was the last reading too. The Ace of Swords came out, which is about divine clarity and understanding and revelation. And then we have the High Priestess in this reading. So that, I guess that's just the name of the game right now, is just to stay in tune with the highest vibration of you, not the vibrations that are speaking to what you can't relate to about yourself. The things that are telling you that you're doing everything wrong. And there's constructive criticism, and then there's just downright abuse of self. And that happens internally too, where sometimes we beat ourselves down about where we should be, where we shouldn't be, how progressive we might be in this moment if X, Y, and Z. We start to get in that game of comparison and regret and remorse. And I really don't see that energy here, other than the possibility of it peaking up from these points of heartbreak where there are judgments that are being called, which is going to bring about a revelation of that justice one way or another. You're going to be on some side of that scale where you're either receiving information that's going to liberate you from the more challenging experiences of your life that you have either submitted yourself to or been subject to from external forces. We're receiving the revelation of that. The judgments are being made about those experiences, and some of the revelation may be hard to look upon. It may even be hard to get over here with the Six of Swords card. But what you are being called to is to reach into that higher state of mind that allows you to forgive yourself first and foremost, to forgive others. I hear, Jay, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Simple and plain, because we're all susceptible to making choices in our best interest. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. Couldn't think of it. Self-interest, best interest. That's what we do as humans. We want to survive, we want to be secure, and a lot of the times, especially in this past world, the agenda of the world as it was, we've been incited to stake our security and our satisfaction in things that are not of a spiritual essence, which we all know leads to a perishable outcome one way or another, whether it, they, whatever the case may be. So it's to be graceful. High Priestess gives me grace. Be graceful with yourself as the scales of life are being balanced. There might be things that come up that you might want to beat yourself up about and say, well, dag, how did I not know that? How did I not see that coming? Or why did I make that decision? Why did I do that? Why did I put myself in that position? There's no space for that productively. That seed does not really grow. The only thing you can take away from your past experiences is a present position, to say, okay, that's happened, and now these are the decisions I get to make for myself now. A present position of protection, and a proactive approach. Again, that Queen of Wands and that Queen of Cups, where you could, as a Queen of Cups, you could get drowned in your emotional intelligence, and there'd be almost an emotional overload, and you not know what to do. So I think it's really important that I saw those two queens together, because that implies that You already are equipped and of sound mind and security to know exactly what to do, not only with the information and the intel that is revealed to you about you, but also what's revealed to you about what's going around you, which obviously are the things that are even more so out of your control or have been out of your control. The one thing that is constant is that we have control over ourselves. And you can't go back and change anything. You can't change the hearts and minds of people. You can't change the decisions that you made to even experience those circumstances, or the ways that you chose to align yourself then. The only thing that you can produce productively from, that you can prosper from holistically, is being in a position to protect your interests now. And that's not a selfish place to be, that's a smart place to be. And if that means that some people and places and things are released, that judgment call, you get to decide what stays and what goes. And if that's the decision that you've made for the ordinance of protection over your life, your sanity, your future, your prosperity, your legacy, then you can do that with grace for yourself and with grace for anyone and anything and everything outside of you. Because again, the point of favor here is that you have the sound mind not only to see where you've been, but to see how it applies in real time, so that you don't recreate any unfavorable circumstances for yourself. And that's a quite blessed space to be in right now, because not everybody can say that they know what to do with their emotional intelligence. Not everybody can say that they have emotional intelligence, intuition, understanding of self and what self is feeling and experiencing on a deep level. Not everybody can say that they have that as a starting point in the first place. Some people just know how to take action based on the cues around them, or even based on the pretty much the cues around them, whether it be people, places, or things, that external influences. But blessed is the being, for sure and for certain, that can stay grounded enough to be able to trust self, no matter what's going on around you, no matter what's revealed, no matter what's not revealed, because you may not know everything that you want to know, or you feel you need to know. But what you know is valuable, and how you put it into action in this present moment is priceless. Okay, so I'm just going to see what's the most prosperous and productive card in the deck. The Sun card. This is the outcome. Do I even need to expand on that at 18 minutes? Because if I start, I'll probably move into 25. The Sun is the outcome of you listening to your inner voice, your intuition, listening to your guides who are speaking through you. Trust yourself. Trust what you know. Trust what you feel. If you've done the work to overcome a lot of this, you've overcome some of the tumultuous terrain of your emotional experiences, of your psychological experiences. This implies there's already been a victory and a balancing of your energy, not just from an internal space, but from spaces beyond you that you may not, even be able to access from a conscious mentality. It's something that's happening for you. And then you falling into alignment with it in the material sense, and in the earth, putting, again, that emotional self, that passionate self with the cups and the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. You've acted in integrity and in the most high vibrational way that you knew how to, take an authority over your experiences, and how responsibility even over your experiences, and how empowered you are to have recognized your position in those experiences. Not say it's any fault of your own or any fault of anyone else for that matter, but recognizing, being self-aware to know where you take responsibility for those experiences, and then knowing how to move forward in a more productive way. And this being the most prosperous card in the deck implies that you've not only done that, you've done it well. There's nothing left to be desired. Judgment's already called. You know, you're already in a victorious position. The worst is behind you with this heartbreak and despair and things like that. Those energies are balanced out. And if you don't feel it physically, which you should, because Cancer season is just around the corner, you will. This is a Cancer card as well, the High Priestess, where the energetic investments that you've made that you didn't necessarily see the reward or return for, you know, you were just keeping your head above water, and you were looking hopefully toward the future and moving faithfully ahead regardless of what challenges or setbacks you may have incurred. That's called following your intuition and following your inner light. And you doing that puts you in it elevates you in an even higher seat. The Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups, I think, is the most prominent perspective conception of those two queens here in the High Priestess, where, you know, your spirit and your truth are on one accord and in one alignment. There's nothing that you can't do in a position like that, when you can trust yourself wholly, literally and completely to produce, you know, and be prosperous with the resources that you have, always not infringing upon anyone or anything else. It puts you in a position of power, because you can always make something out of nothing if need be. But my God, imagine if you have everything. Imagine what you could do with that. You know, everything that is destined to you, which was implied in the reading before, that all the gifts and the rewards of your labor are really manifesting in real time, in material, sensational time, where you can touch and taste and smell and see and hear the fruits of your labor, and every day, you know, is productive and prosperous. Not one day of poverty, especially in the mind. And that comes from this space here of having all you know, being in spiritual alignment and divine alignment. That's what this road has led you to be in the ultimate divine alignment, where, you know, life is lovely. You know, to put it so primitively, who wouldn't want to live a lovely life? You know, to kind of have foresight of what's to come, to have understanding of what has been, and to be completely self-aware and in alignment with what is now. That's the Trinity right there, the Holy Grail. And everybody's looking for it. And somehow you are it. So congratulations and many blessings to you. And I'm going to leave it there.